The crypto market is right now doing something we haven't seen in 4 years. And describing it as big, well, that simply might not be big enough. So if you understand that good things come to those who bust, hit that like and subscribe. Get signed up with any of the exchanges below if you want to buy altcoins or trade. And without any further ado, what we see on this chart here is something that looks to be potentially accelerating a little bit. This is a 2-week chart. Each one of these candles is 2 weeks, and we see now for the very first time since back in November of 2024, there might be some weakness in Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance at this time was about 61 at the highs to about 55% at the lows. Here we are now about 66 at the highs, but now currently down to about 63% Bitcoin dominance. And there's a couple other things that are right now showing us that, believe it or not, because many people just simply didn't think this would ever happen. And again, it hasn't happened yet, but we're seeing now signs that make it sound very realistic. That alt season might actually be coming. And when I say it might be coming, I don't mean it might be coming small time. I mean that it might be coming big time. So as you can see here, you better buckle up and put on a space helmet if this one plays out. And this is Bitcoin compared to gold on a multi-year basis, and very similar to gold. You know, I want to start off the video by saying this. Bitcoin, I think, has a lot further up to go. But I think that the next wave, the next major gigapump of this cycle will be Bitcoin and the altcoins. I don't think altcoins will get left behind, which really, so far in the past 2 years, altcoins have gotten left behind. Bitcoin has been going absolute bone mode by itself. And all I'm saying is that I think that the next major, dare I even say, very big pump will include altcoins for the first time of this cycle, because altcoins have not gotten any love. And also, I do want to highlight, as BTC Bro says on X, you can't just buy Bitcoin blindly. You have to have a reason. And maybe leave a comment below what your reason is. The reason that I buy Bitcoin is because I like doing big things, and there's nothing bigger than buying Bitcoin. And it really is that simple for me. I want to go big, and I don't want to go home. I just want to buy big things, and there's nothing bigger than buying Bitcoin. True, absolutely true. We also see ETH is outperforming Bitcoin right now, potentially signaling, again, what many people are desperately, literally on their hands and knees, squealing like a little pig, just begging for alts to finally go up, right? I'm sure many of you watching are thinking, oh yeah, Bitcoin going up, that's great, but when will my piece of garbage coin that I bought 2 years ago go up finally? Well, I'm here to say we might be beginning this phase. What comes after that? Large caps, and then a full-blown trash coin season, where the biggest degenerates in history make millions upon millions, potentially even billions or quadrillions of dollars. Now that's pretty big. We also see ETH has flipped Bitcoin in 24-hour volume. This is another big metric, 50 billion in volume. And ETH currently approaching a multi-year resistance. Let's break it and never look back. ETH has been, I mean, I don't have to pull out my own charts of ETH because it has been notoriously just been getting banged upside down. And there's going to be a time when that changes. And there's potentially a lot of signs signaling that it's about to change soon. And it's about to change big time. We also see alt season is coming according to this metric as well that kind of just measures alt season. This is the last alt season we had. And again, we're nowhere near. We really have seen this. I don't have to really, I don't think I really have to convince anyone that alts have just been dumped on for the past 2.5 years. Everyone knows, right? Actually, I mean, I don't think there's a single person watching this that wants me to explain that alts haven't gone up. Yeah, they haven't gone up. They've been horrible. They're as an investment, in terms of like being a lucrative money-making machine, they've been doing really bad. Yeah, sure, every once in a while a random garbage coin will pump, but in general, alts have not really put on a lot of value like we see in an alt season. Not even 1%. We haven't even seen 1% of the gains we see in an alt season. And that's coming, I think. One of the reasons as well is that the House has now voted to pass 3 crypto bills, the Genius Act, Clarity Act, Anti-CBDC Act. And this is just more big news for the space. obviously, if we see Bitcoin dominance really start to decline, look in prior alt seasons. This was an alt season back in early 2021. 73% dominance down to 40% dominance, almost like getting slashed in half. Look at this alt season back in 2017. I remember this. This was insane. 95% Bitcoin dominance down to 35% dominance. I don't know if any of you guys watching remember when Bitcoin Cash almost overtook Bitcoin in terms of market cap? It happened, if I remember correctly, it happened in like within a 24-hour period. It was like I was watching it live on my computer because this was back in like 2017, I believe. But yeah, there was a real concerted effort for from major whales in the industry trying to flip Bitcoin and put Bitcoin Cash on top and claim it as the real Bitcoin. It was a huge debate back then. Now that's not even a debate. It's crazy. I used to actually deal with comments all the time saying, how can you promote Bitcoin when the real Bitcoin is Bitcoin Cash, and like things like that, basically. Wow, what a crazy time. I actually haven't thought about that in a while, but yeah, that was crazy. But anyway, all seasons, yeah, I mean, this has been literally almost 3 straight years of just Bitcoin gains only in terms of the dominance. This right here, the bottoming here in terms of altcoin dominance, I mean, altcoins just getting, or sorry, in terms of Bitcoin dominance, basically ended towards the end of 2022, about exactly 3 years ago. And Bitcoin has just been gaining value for the last 3 years. There is going to be a time, I think, where, maybe we won't have these, do you see how these are like so drastically alt seasons? Maybe they won't be that big, but let's say that Bitcoin dominance even comes down to about 50%, which right now it's at 63. 50 would be like the smallest alt season we've ever had by far. But let's say even if we only got down to about 50%, that would still be trillions of dollars, most likely into altcoins, into altcoin market, in the entire crypto market cap minus Bitcoin. And what does that translate to? It means people holding alts would make a lot of money. I mean, at the time of recording, ETH is actually up about 7 or 8%. A lot of these top alts are up a lot. Bitcoin's up like 1%, but a lot of these alts are up 5 to 15%. And yeah, potentially the beginning of alt season. Very exciting if true. This entire space, whether most of my investment is just Bitcoin, and I only have been buying Bitcoin strictly. Like I haven't been buying any altcoins really for like the past year, but I still have a lot of altcoins that have just been sitting for a while. And I want altcoins to do well as well. I mean, as long as I kind of have a mixed opinion on it, but the point is it doesn't really matter what I want anyway. It's not about what I want. I just think it's going to happen regardless. As this industry grows, as regulation becomes more clear and transparent, this industry is just very likely. I mean, it's all a gamble. Like, will alts, are they likely to be more valuable in the future, or are they likely to be less valuable? In my opinion, the answer is very clear. They're likely to be more valuable. And if that's the case, right, if that's simple, it's a very simple exercise. If that's the case, then that stands to reason there's probably a lot of money to be made in altcoins. Simple enough. You don't have to overcomplicate things. But get signed up with any of the exchanges below if you want to buy altcoins, trade, buy Bitcoin, anything like that. Without further ado,